everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a full day of cleaning. I thought I'd take you with me through an entire day of tidying and cleaning up after my kiddos. I feel like I finally have gotten into a good rhythm of maintaining my house throughout the day. I felt like when my son was younger, I would end the day and my entire house would be destroyed. And while that's still true in some aspects and areas, and some days are different than others, I do feel like now I've gotten it down to a really good routine and I can maintain most of my house most days. So if you're new here, hi, my name's Jamison. I have two kiddos. My daughter Josie is 2 and about 3-4 months old, and then I also have a son. His name is Jax, and he is almost 10 months old. And so my kiddos are about 18 months apart, and so it's been hectic, but like the best kind of hectic. And so I feel like I'm just now starting to get into a good rhythm with them. Not that I didn't have good rhythms before, but Jax is crawling and he's just more active and on a more consistent schedule now. And so I feel like we're hitting our stride. So right now I'm just unloading the clean dishwasher. I run it every single night. I mean, within reason. Some days I miss it, but most nights I run it every single night, and then I unload it in the morning so we can just load it back up throughout the day. I've noticed that if I have like dirty dishes in there, or I haven't run it and then I have to run it when I wake up in the morning, then the dishes pile up in the sink. And so if I can just have the dishwasher empty and start to put things directly into the dishwasher, then it helps me stay on top of the dishes throughout the day. So I'm sure you might have things like this too. I have my dog trying to eat food off the floor, and then as I'm picking up my daughter Josie, she's requesting sticker books, which is totally fine with me, but it's just real life. You find little pockets of time to get things done, and I had such a hard time when I had Josie, and then again when I had Jax, of like being okay with stopping a task and attending, to my kiddos, just because I feel like if I start something, I want to finish it. And so like for me, that's kind of hard, but I've gotten much better at that. So I got Josie set up with the sticker book, and then Jax is just around playing in the room right next to the kitchen, so I can see him. And now I am putting away this play kitchen. If you have young kiddos, this is such a hit, and I really love to fill it up and put it on our deck. And so Josie can make like the biggest mess ever, and it doesn't matter because it's outside. So big fan of this sink. I have you see right here, an empty cabinet, so I can keep the sink in there. I keep Josie's sticker books. It's turning into like an activity cabinet / like a summer items cabinet. I've got like sunscreen and sunglasses, swim diapers, those kind of things, but also the sticker books in the sink. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking care of some of the items that I don't like to put into the dishwasher. So this bluey mat, I wipe it down a couple times a day just because it helps to protect the table a little bit. But then I also have other items that I just you don't put in the dishwasher, so I'm gonna wash those, and then also put some of the breakfast dishes into the dishwasher. So when I was filming this video, I realized that I was mainly just filming on the main floor of my house, and that's where we hang out and spend most of our time. But I did not film, little pockets before nap time, or if we went upstairs or into our basement and I picked up the toys after my kiddos there. And so this looks like it's a very isolated clean, and that we just, stay in these areas, and that just it isn't true. And so I just wanted to mention that we are, around our entire house. I even end up, you'll see here, I have looks like a different tank top on, but I have my swimsuit on. I take my daughter, I took her to swim lessons this day, and so we're still like living our life and doing things. I just have started to adopt this, I was joking around with my mom and then my husband Jared, saying I've adopted this new motto of don't stop moving. And so if I sit down, I tend to not get things done throughout the day, but if my kids are occupied and I can convince myself, okay, just get up and wipe down the counter, or go put those couple of dishes directly into the dishwasher. It takes just an extra couple of seconds most of the time to rinse them and put them in the dishwasher instead of putting them in the sink, and then it ends up saving you what seems like so much time at the end of the day. And so I really have tried to just keep moving. Also, it seems like due to the nature of this video, I'm cleaning a lot, but I really am just finding those pockets of time when my kids are occupied. So there are times, while I'm wiping the counter down, where I only get halfway through, or I only get to put away, 2 of the 4 dishes into the dishwasher because my kids are doing something dangerous, or they just want to play and they want to hang out with their mom. And so I definitely wanted to say that I do stop and play with them, and they're absolutely the priority, but that is why I want to keep my house nice and clean and tidy, and why you see me picking up their toys is because I find that they do so much more independent play when it's a nice and tidy space. And so also a lot of the times when I'm cleaning one area, another area is destroyed. So you saw that little tiny drink fridge was open. My son was in there playing while I was taking care of the dishes. And so it just is, one thing after another, but that's motherhood. I feel like this is a perfect description and image of, having kids. So Josie was occupied with the sticker book, and then when she was done, I went over to clean up the sticker book while she was eating a yogurt. And when I was done cleaning up the sticker book, I turned around and looked, and she was trying to lick yogurt off the floor. So, kids, man, they're crazy. So I feel like I just follow them around, and I'm like a vacuum and a mop, all in one, trying to clean up as we go along throughout our day. So I wanted to show you this. This was just before 9 o'clock. So everything you've seen has been cleaning before 9 a.m. And so just imagine the mess. If I would have just sat down and not done anything, imagine the mess that we would have already had before 9 a.m. So it feels so good to already have this accomplished. Now I'm just packing up this pool bag that I'm going to use when I take Josie to swim lessons. But by packing this up, it's also helping me tidy up some things that were just hanging out on the table waiting to get ready for swimming. So my son is down for his first nap today, and so I have a little bit of extra time to pick up some things Josie was playing with. I always say I don't mind the mess when she's actually like playing with all the items, and I'm so happy that she's using the toys and playing with them, because for a long time she like wasn't really interested in playing with anything, or she would just like dump something over and then move on with it. Like the playing was the dumping of something out. She wouldn't actually play with whatever she was dumping out. And so I'm excited that she's becoming more independent and self-sufficient, and like she can sit and attain to a task longer. So that's been really fun. So what I'm doing is, when I know she's done with the activity, I pick it up and clean it up. And I do find that she go back and take things out and play with them, which doesn't bother me at all. But if I leave them out, she wouldn't necessarily go back and play with it. So having that clean surface, I think, just helps her to play a little bit better. So I am folding this load of towels. I filmed this on a Thursday, and Thursday is the day that I've just coined as like our towel day. So I have washed these towels, and I'm going to do another load of towels as well. But having like a day in my head that I know, okay, Thursdays I do towels, has really helped me to not feel like I'm necessarily always doing laundry. And then I can tell like I don't really have things back up. So if you're curious, I do towels on Thursdays. I do our clothes on Fridays. So Fridays is kind of like a bigger day, but my husband and I always eat out on Friday. And so like my trade-off there is, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be cooking dinner, so I can do majority of the laundry on this day. And then Sunday is the day that I like to do our bed sheets and things. So Josie and I are just headed through the car wash after our swim lessons to get that all cleaned up and to vacuum. I think something that's overlooked is when you have a clean and organized, kind of tidy car, it also feels so good, like when you're getting in and going somewhere, and just to know in the back of your head that that's cleaned and tidy. I kind of feel the same way about my garage. I like to sweep it out. I like to have things that have their own space. And so don't overlook your car and your garage. If you have those things, that really helps to make you have like a calm mind, as well as having a clean house. If you have a Scooter's Coffee, drive-through coffee by you, comment down below what your favorite drink is. I'm currently obsessed. It's honestly probably a problem, but I love the turtle latte and the sea salt caramelicious. So good. So let me know if you go there what you like to get. Here I am back at the sink. I do spend a lot of my time here. I apologize for the little bit of shaky footage here. I had the cutest little camera helper, but he's not very good at his job. Okay guys, as I'm watching myself fold this laundry, I'm now curious. How do you guys do your laundry? Are you a load every single day kind of person? Do you have a certain day of the week that you do like all of your laundry? Are you like me? Do you have certain days where you do certain loads? Or do you just like randomly do it and that works for you? I could never maintain the randomly doing it. I tried, but I just couldn't do it. I also tried to maintain the every single day load, and I was like, absolutely not. That is horrible because I'm doing laundry every day. But what kind of laundry person are you? So I know some people wait to clean up their playroom or their toy room for their kids until the end of the day, and I totally understand that. And you saw me cleaning up the play food more than once already in this video, and I've cleaned it up more than once even today, and it's only 3 o'clock while I'm doing this voiceover. But I just can't stand looking at it, and I would rather pick it up multiple times and then have my kids play with it again than just leave it on the floor. I think the way our house is set up too, it's kind of like an L, and the toy room is like in the middle of the L. So you see the playroom where the toys are from every single room and an area on the main floor. And so I think that's part of the reason why I like to keep it nice and tidy. So my husband made homemade pizzas, and I am just cleaning up some of the dishes. I was so grateful for him to make this dinner. I do plan our meals each week, and so I did plan this meal knowing that he would be making it. And so, just a little tip. If there's a meal that your husband's make and you are doing the meal plan, just throw those in there every now and then, and you get a nice little break from making dinner. So here's a little bit of after dinner mess. My husband started tackling the dishes, and I am starting on this side of the kitchen and putting away any rogue items and wiping down the countertops. We've got lots of pizza sauce and cheese. You saw me vacuuming earlier. I was vacuuming up all of the cheese that got knocked onto the floor because Josie was helping Jared make those pizzas, which is great. I never mind cleaning up the mess when we're having a good time and playing. I have this goal of trying to make sure the kitchen is cleaned before we go up for bedtime. I just feel like after the kids are asleep and I come back down, the last thing I want to do is clean the kitchen, and when it is clean, it's like such a breath of fresh air, and so I always try and do that. It does not happen every night, but it is a goal, and it kind of helps. It helps to like get that motivation to like do it and get it done. My husband also is so helpful, and it helps to like not be doing it alone. So now the kids are asleep, and I am just tackling the last little bit of cleaning that needs to be done. I have noticed that if I don't have that much to do, I'm much more willing to sit down and straighten and pick it up instead of like seeing such a big mess. A lot of times I will just like totally avoid and be like, it's tomorrow's problem if it's a huge mess, which then, sets you up on the wrong foot if I have too big of a mess. But if I just have a little bit and I know it's going to take me less than 20 minutes to do it, I typically can get it done. And so on this night, I had a totally clean and tidy house by about 8:15, 8:20, and so I was super excited. Well, as we wrap up this full day of cleaning, I just wanted to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching it. And if you've made it this far, I appreciate you more than you know. It means the world to me that you've stuck it out, watched this video. I really hope that you got some motivation to tackle some things on your to-do list or have been motivated to get things done throughout the day. And if you're just sitting and relaxing, I hope that you enjoy that as well. I am so happy and blessed that you're here, and I hope that I will see you next week in another video. Bye.